rules regarding a red flag race where the race has completed more than 3 laps. This means it's a valid race, and if the red flag is after that but before what's considered a race distance, so it's 2/3 of the number of laps for Moto2 and Moto3 and 3/4 of the full laps for MotoGP, and we will restart if possible. There is a minimum number of 5 laps that we will run a race. So if the number of laps to complete 2/3 in a Moto3 race, for example, is less than 5, we will always run 5 laps. Riders are allowed to restart if they were classified in the first part of the race. And to be classified, it means you have to have completed the number of laps, so 75% of the laps of the leader. You have to cross the finish line or enter a pit lane within 5 minutes of the red flag. So riders have to be actively competing in that interrupted race to be able to start the second part. One of the important questions in all the possibilities is what will be the grid for the second part of the race. The result of the first part is what the grid is based on. So whoever is leading when the race was red flagged, he's front row of the grid, and so on down. If there's any penalties in the first part of the race, a rider has been given a back of the grid position penalty, or a long lap during, and completes the penalty during the first part of the race, the penalty is served because the start position for the second part of the race is based on the finishing position. So they've already suffered that penalty. If a rider is given a penalty during the first part of the race, for example a long lap, and does not have time to finish the penalty before the red flag, they must do the penalty in the second part. The championship points, we always are trying to award full championship points based on the race result. If it's more than 3 laps and the race cannot be restarted, the half points are awarded. In almost every other case, full points are awarded.